All right, today we're going to dive into a really clever tool that I think is a total game changer for anyone who spends time on the Linux command line. It's a browser-based sidekick that's designed to solve a headache we've all had. You know the drill, right? You're in the middle of something important, maybe diagnosing a tricky network issue or trying to recover a system. You have to keep jumping over to Google to look up the exact syntax for a command like nmap or fsck. Then you tab back, type it all in from memory, hit enter, and syntax error. A typo. It's one of the most universal frustrations of working in a terminal. Well, here is an absolutely elegant solution to that problem. It's called the Linux Command Beta app, and it's basically a self-contained interactive helper that just gets it right. And what's so cool about this is that it runs completely in your browser. There's no backend, no server, no complicated setup. It's just pure, simple HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So let's take our first look. When you open it up, you land on this really clean homepage with a great terminal-style look. But what's really clever here is a little personalization feature that's kind of hidden in plain sight. And I love this touch because it shows how much thought went into the user experience. If you want to put your own logo on it, maybe for your team at work, or just to make it feel like your own, all you have to do is drop a single file named image.png into the apps folder. The app just automatically finds it and displays it. It is literally that simple. And the way this works is just beautiful in its simplicity. You'd think it's some fancy JavaScript, but it's not. It's a standard HTML attribute called onError. The page tries to load your image.png, and if it can't find it, that one little piece of code just says, whoops, couldn't find it, let's just load this placeholder image instead. It's such a robust and, frankly, elegant way to handle it. Now, that clever design philosophy is baked into the whole app, especially its core feature. The real magic happens in the dynamic command generators. These are built from the ground up to get rid of all the guesswork and typos, especially when you're doing complex stuff. The user experience here is just so incredibly smooth. All you do is enter a piece of information one time. Let's say it's a server's IP address. The second you finish typing, every single related command on that page, ping, traceroute, all of them, instantly updates. Then you just click copy, and you have a perfect error-free command ready to paste right into your terminal. If you head over to the network page, you'll see this gives you a full-blown diagnostic toolbox. You get everything from simple pings to deep packet inspection with TCP dump and even security scans with nmap. Every command is generated for you right there on the fly, which saves a massive amount of time and, more importantly, prevents simple mistakes. And this is where that approach really shines in a high-stress situation like system recovery. Manually, you're sitting there, heart-pounding, typing out a long sequence of commands, just praying you don't mix up SDA1 and SDA2. But with the app, you enter the partition name one time and the entire safe correct sequence is just generated for you. Click, copy, paste, done. But this whole make it easy idea isn't just for emergencies. It also extends to your everyday software management. The app doubles as a curated library and an intelligent command builder for all sorts of applications and even Python packages. Okay, this is one of my favorite features. The Programs page doesn't just show you a list of cool software, it gives you the specific ready-to-copy installation command for 3 different major Linux families. So whether you're on a Debian-based system like Ubuntu, a Fedora system, or even Arch, you don't have to guess the package manager syntax. It's just there. And the selection is pretty huge. Everything is organized into these nice, logical categories, so the page really becomes a software discovery tool, not just an installation cheat sheet. It's a fantastic way to find the perfect tool for a job you didn't even know you had. Now let's jump over to the Python page because the scale and interactivity here are immediately obvious. It comes preloaded with a curated library of over 100 popular and useful Python packages. We're talking everything from requests for web stuff to pandas for data science. And once again, the user experience is just fantastic. First, you choose your environment, pip3, user install, a virtual environment, you name it. Then you just click on all the packages you need, maybe requests, pandas, and Flask. The app instantly builds a single, complete command to install everything at once. It even includes the command to install pib itself, just in case. It turns a complex setup into a simple point-and-click process. All right, so finally the app rounds out all this functionality with a handy little toolkit for all those common day-to-day system administration tasks we all have to do. So for instance, the Downloads page uses that same dynamic logic for file transfers. You just paste in a URL, and bam, you get perfectly formatted wget and curl commands. And then the config page acts as a little helper for system tuning, whether you're changing your time zone or just need to create a quick temporary command alias for the afternoon. So, when you really look at the whole package, this app becomes a true one-stop reference. It pulls together network diagnostics, system recovery, package management, and command generation into one single intuitive place. And what's maybe most remarkable about all of this is that this entire interactive experience is delivered with zero frameworks and zero backend dependencies. It's just pure universal web tech, which means it's incredibly fast, it's portable, and it'll run just about anywhere you can open a browser. So, this leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. When we have tools like this that lower the barrier to entry, that eliminate all those tiny, frustrating errors, how does that really change the way we learn and eventually master complex systems like the Linux command line? It's definitely some food for thought.